Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Now, this is the IRONMAN 70.3 Swansea Bike Course Recce video. Bloody hell, what a name. If you are doing IRONMAN 70.3 Swansea in a few weeks' time and you haven't had an opportunity, or you haven't got the opportunity because you live further afield to recce the course and see what it's like before race day, I would recommend watching this video because hopefully it gives you some top tips and what to look out for on race day. So as it turns out, we had to change our plans slightly. We wanted to start the ride at 7:30 and do the course and then do another few hours after doing the course to add up to a 5-hour ride. However, there was the Gower Triathlon, which was basically the same time that we wanted to go out, and we would have been riding on the course pretty much with competitors, and it would have got really messy. We don't obviously want to interrupt anyone else's race, and also it just makes things slightly difficult for us as well. So we then thought, why don't we go out for a few hours before doing the course, let the race finish, and then we'll go out on the course later on in the day. So that's exactly what we did. Pit stop. Got to do something about the vlog.
Hello.
Welcome to Harry's YouTube
What do we think? How far in are we?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
We are 115 kilometres in. Or 48 in.
Or 48, yeah. Course so far, what do we think?
Lumpy.
Lumpy? Smooth? No, that's a lie.
Road bike course.
Yeah.
Picturesque.
Actually, that's quite a good view.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. Lizzie, what do you think so far?
Yeah, it's quite lumpy.
It's quite
Road
lumpy.
surface is a bit naff as well.
Yeah.
And the most cattle grids I've ever seen on
Yeah, that's a good point.
any
Most
ride,
cattle as well.
ride ever.
Most cattle, lots of
Lots
sheep.
of sheep. Almost had a near-death experience.
Tight bends.
Tight bends. These are all
just
very
got it all.
negative things.
But
Challenging.
super fast.
Yeah.
If the weather's like this, it'd be lovely.
A good experience.
Yeah.
If you race really well on race day, I think I'll break 3 hours.
Yeah.
For the bike.
For the bike.
bike.
Yeah. Right, let's crack on and do the rest.
Andrew, finally for the countdown to the event, what should first-time athletes prioritise now in the build-up to the race?
Filming. You already got it, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for any first timers doing their first IRONMAN 70.3 or first time racing in Swansea, I think the tips are the same. Just make sure you've got enough endurance in the body. You have got an opportunity over the next couple of weeks to make sure you've got those long rides done. In terms of specificity for the course, just get good at riding a bike up a hill. There's some punchy climbs over the Gower and they're going to be unforgiving if you haven't prepared for them.
New superstition, so I just rock up and I see what happens on the day and I'll adapt to whatever situation there is. So not really, but what about you?
No, not really. As long as I get some rice in the morning, I'm good to go. That's all.
Well,
Andrew?
I bet you've got loads of superstitions, haven't you?
I think my biggest superstition is just checking and checking again. I'm a bit of a faffer, I think is the term. So, checking everything's in the bag before you leave the house, getting in transition, checking it, all the nutrition's on the bike, checking the power meters set up, checking the Garmin's on. I just need to check those things twice and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm the same as Andy. Lists, loads of lists, and also the same sports bra.
Me too. Me too. So that was a great ride, 5 hours, 150, 160k. Really enjoyed that one. It was really good, and it was awesome to see Hugh at the end getting some content for us ahead of the race. So yeah, it's going to be an awesome race, guys. Really looking forward to it. Fingers crossed it's not as warm as it was today because it was really hot. But also, fingers crossed it's not raining because that can make things pretty dangerous as well. So obviously you had Andy there giving a few little tips to people, and I just wanted to talk about the course as a whole and give you guys a little bit of an insight before you end up coming down here and maybe doing your own little course recce in your car ahead of the race. Number one, what I would say is the road surface is classic British roads. They're not very good. They're very bumpy, and on the first section out from Swansea towards Mumbles, if you can, stick more towards the middle of the road because there's a lot of potholes over to the left. The course is pretty punchy. Honestly, it's as a whole, the course has got over 1,000 meters of elevation and it's gonna be a strong rider's course. However, saying that, if you're not the strongest rider, don't be worried, because I can guarantee lots of people will overbike, they'll push too hard up the hills and they'll burn too many matches, and then they will blow up towards the end of the bike or on the run. So if you can pace yourself properly, that's probably the biggest tip that I would give you, is pace yourself properly on the hills. Don't go over a certain effort or a certain wattage or whatever, and then just try and be consistent, because if you can bike within yourself slightly, run well off the bike, you're going to do far better than someone who's going to ride really hard, blow up, and then have to kind of survive on the run, basically. The other top tip I would give is just be really, really careful out there. Honestly, guys, this course could be dangerous. The downhills are so steep and so bumpy, you cannot enjoy them. I actually ended up having really sore wrists for the rest of the day because I was just holding onto the base bars so hard and my forearms were aching for the rest of the day, purely because on the descents, you have to hold on so tight. You're braking so hard because you're going down such a sheer slope that's also full of potholes, so you're constantly avoiding them, and then there's normally at the bottom of the hill there's a sharp corner that you need to cut off, so you can't even get momentum up the next hill. So honestly, guys, be super careful. If it's dry, it's going to be dangerous. If it's wet, wow, it's going to be so dangerous. So guys, it's more important to lose a few seconds on the descent, descend within yourself, and be in one piece at the end of the day. It is not worth a few seconds if you're going to come off on a corner, on a fast descent, and end up in the hospital, in the back of an ambulance, or even worse. You know, it could be that bad. So honestly, if you're coming to the race, it is going to be really crucial that if you can drive the course, please do the day before, and just be careful. It is not worth risking your life on these descents. However, that being said, there are some really nice sections. There are some lovely sections that open up, that are a bit more rolling, that you can carry a lot of power and a lot of speed. So that's really exciting. Quite a few cattle grids, so keep that in mind. If it's wet, they're going to be really slippery. And quite a few kamikaze sheep as well, so you better pay attention to those. Just focus on your own plan, don't get too carried away, and make sure you're riding within your abilities. If someone comes past you on a descent, it doesn't matter. Ride within your ability, within your capability, and within your comfort zone. You will probably catch them up further along the line in the race. All of that being said, the race is going to be amazing. It's going to be really cool to race here in Swansea, and I'm super excited. It's not going to be the quickest race out there, but like I said, it's going to be a strong athletes race, and that's what's super exciting. There's not really going to be many opportunities for drafting, which is brilliant because it means that it's quite a fair race, and the runoff is going to be hard because people will have sore legs after that bike. They will have really sore legs, and that's where the race is going to be won or lost. The bike is obviously important, but the run is where it's going to be won or lost, guys. So really focus on that. And it's a great run because it's out and back twice, so you can see your competitors and how big that deficit is, or that gap between you and the next person. So it's going to be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are as well. I hope to see as many of you as possible there. Comment in the comment section below if you're going to be racing, and I'd love to catch up with as many of you as possible. And I will see you guys in the next video.